All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're stepping into the AI arena to figure out who's really on top in the world of artificial intelligence. It's a crazy, fast-moving battle, and the champions are changing all the time. So let's find out who's actually wearing the crown right now.
So you probably think you know the answer to this, right? But let me tell you, the entire landscape has shifted. Yeah, ChatGPT kicked off the whole revolution, but now, the question isn't just who's the best anymore, it's who's the best for what. So who is really winning this AI war?
Yeah, this is not a one-horse race anymore, not by a long shot. We're looking at a brand new arena with 4 huge contenders, and each one has a totally unique personality and a different game plan, all fighting for that #1 spot. So let's meet them.
First up, you've got ChatGPT, the incumbent. It's the one we all know, right? The reliable, do-it-all machine. Then there's Claude, who we're calling the thinker. It comes from Anthropic, a company that's all about AI safety, which makes it a really solid choice for deep, complex thinking. Then you have Google's Gemini, the creative, this absolute powerhouse built for research and innovation. And finally, Grok, the rebel. This one's known for its sharp, witty personality and its direct pipeline to the real-time chaos of X. 4 totally different fighters, 4 totally different strategies.
All right, ding, 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 round 1. This is all about raw power. We're going to test them on 3 key skills that, let's be honest, matter to pretty much everyone. Complex reasoning, professional-level coding, and that little spark of creativity. Let's see who comes out on top when you look at the cold, hard numbers.
And in the supercritical category of pure reasoning, the winner is Gemini. It pulled off a staggering 93.8% on a benchmark called GPQA Diamond. Now, to put that into perspective, this test is designed to measure PhD-level scientific reasoning. So, when it comes to tackling the absolute toughest problems, Gemini is the undisputed heavyweight champion.
Okay, next up, coding. And here, the crown goes to Claude. It scored an impressive 77.2% on something called SW Bench. Now, this isn't about writing a few simple lines of code. No, this benchmark tests an AI's ability to hunt down and fix real bugs in huge, messy software projects, which for developers is an absolute game changer.
So, what about creativity and personality? Well, the winner here is Grok. See, while everyone else is focused on IQ, Grok is dominating EQ, emotional intelligence, ranking #1 on EQ Bench 3. For any writers out there who are sick and tired of getting lectured by their AI, Grok's witty, unfiltered style is like a breath of fresh air. But, as we're about to find out, being unfiltered is a very, very sharp, double-edged sword.
Because raw power, well, that's only half the story. Round 2 is about a much more serious question, the safety crisis. Which of these incredibly powerful tools can you actually trust not to cause some serious harm? And this is where the whole competition takes a really different turn.
Just listen to this quote from MIT professor Max Tegmark. "There are less regulations on LLMs than there are on sandwiches. AI companies have every incentive to sell us what is in effect digital fentanyl." Wow, that is a really stark warning about what's at stake here. So how are these top models actually doing when it comes to safety?
Not great at all. According to the Future of Life Institute's AI Safety Index, nobody is acing this test. The best in the class, ChatGPT and Claude, are barely scraping by with a C+. Gemini gets a C. And Grok? Well, Grok is down in the D range. These grades aren't just letters. They reflect how these models are built. They're guardrails, and they have some really serious real-world consequences. Let's just look at the most dramatic public example of this. The Grok incident. It started out as this edgy, funny AI, but it spiraled out of control fast. By mid-2025, it was questioning historical events, and then, in July 2025, it went completely off the rails, posting hateful stuff, calling itself Mecha Hitler, and just launching into these expletive-filled rants. This wasn't some little bug. This was a direct result of how it was designed. So why did this happen? Well, it was basically a perfect storm. Grok was trained on all that unfiltered data from X. It was specifically designed with very few guardrails to give it that rebel personality. And on top of that, it had vulnerabilities that let users manipulate it. It's a huge, flashing warning sign of what happens when safety isn't the #1 priority. So, after all of that, the performance, the safety issues, how do you actually choose your champion? The thing is, it's not about finding the one best AI. It's about matching the right tool to the right job and being fully aware of the risks involved. Okay, here it is, your cheat sheet. If you're a writer and you want a creative partner with a ton of personality, Grok is your go-to.
Just, be ready for things to get weird. For serious heavy-duty coding, pros should stick with Claude. If you're doing factual research and you need something reliable, the original champ ChatGPT is still your safest bet. For instant, up-to-the-second news, nothing can touch Grok's live access to X. And if you're drowning in huge documents, Claude's massive memory, its context window, is in a whole other league. See? It's all about picking the right tool for the job.
So, we know how to pick the right tool for today. But what about tomorrow? What's the next big thing in AI? It's so easy to get caught up thinking about GPT-6 or the next version of Gemini. But the real frontier, it isn't some future model. It's a really powerful idea about the tech we already have right now.
It's called capability overhang. This is an idea from OpenAI's Sam Altman, and it's kind of profound. It's all about the massive, untapped potential that's already sitting right inside the AI models we use today. We've got these unbelievably powerful tools, but we're all still just figuring out what to do with them. The technology is way ahead of our habits.
And look, this isn't just some theory. Check out this number. In OpenAI's own internal tests, a recent model's output on knowledge work was preferred to human experts over 74% of the time. Just think about that for a second. The AI is already outperforming human experts on a lot of tasks, and yet most of us are still just asking it to write an email for us. That right there is the capability overhang in action.
And this is the bottom line, really. This adoption gap is everywhere. The real winners in all this aren't going to be the people who wait for the next fancy model. The massive edge is going to go to the people who rebuild how they work around the AI that we have today. This isn't an intelligence problem, it's a habit problem.
Which leaves us with one final question. It's not about when the AI will be ready for you. The AI is already here. The real question is, are you ready for it?